Hey there, everybody. Yeah, Ryan Janot here, or Arizona World Champion, or Star Soldier 1, or whatever you want to call me. It's all good. Yeah, we're here gonna introduce ourselves to a little sketch thingy that we want to do. Yeah, we just want to talk about, two characters. Could be wrestling related because we're both wrestling fans. Could be video game related, stuff like that. So what do you say, Jay? I'm here with Jason Relaxation.
Yep, came over before Christmas and thought it would be a good idea to do this type of series of videos.
Yeah, because, I don't know, just like to hang out and we like to fight about stuff. Okay, so what's the first sort of argument we can get to? Who's the better wrestler?
Well,
yeah, so we'll do the wrestling one first. Like.
Okay, so who stays better?
Yeah, I'll pick RVD.
I got Y2J, Chris Jericho.
Yeah. So,
I don't know. Go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. Okay. What can't you say about RVD? This guy is so revolutionary in his fighting style, and he uses a whole arsenal of kicks, various wrestling maneuvers, holds, submissions. This guy pretty much does it all. He innovates in the ring. Like, he does moves that you never seen before. Moves that he pretty much introduced himself, like the Rolling Thunder, the 5-star Fraud Splash, which has a little kick on the usual Fraud Splash, and who can forget Van Terminator. Just such cool arsenal of moves that you can't see anywhere else. Plus, he has a hardcore style too from his days in ECW wrestling. Yeah, he was pretty much such a big name that he actually got over the television title, sometimes more over than the World Heavyweight Championship there. And that was such a big deal. Like, it really made a secondary title stand out from the pack. And how often can you say that about that in wrestling? RVD is awesome. It's cool to see him still going in TNA. He's the current Heads Division champion. Oh, he's getting bored. Okay, let's see you counter with your, I don't know, traveling roster, not current wrestler right now.
Okay, here's a guy like Chris Jericho who's traveled all over the world. He's wrestled for Japan, he's wrestled for Mexico, ECW, WCW, made it big in the WWF or WWE if you want to call it that. He also takes time off to do the Fozzy thing, so when he gets burnt out he can take time off. He doesn't smoke up like RVD does. This guy's the first undisputed champion. He's got a wide assortment of moves. Like I actually did a Google search on him, and it actually says he's got 1,004 moves, so which outbeats Dean Malenko, right? He's made it big. He's done really well. He can wrestle with anybody. Some of his best matches, and I hate to say this, are with Chris Benoit, or Benoit, whatever you want to call him. But Chris Jericho definitely the better. Chris Jericho is even on TV. Besides wrestling, is RVD?
I'm sorry?
Jericho is also on TV besides, like, not doing
but
wrestling.
They're both of them on TV.
Not including wrestling. Is
both.
RVD on television besides wrestling?
Well, what do you mean? Oh,
he's
Dancing with the Stars.
Hey, where's RVD?
He started his own movie.
What's it called?
Oh, that movie with Dave Bautista and the rapper and Big Daddy V.
What movie's that?
Well, they made a movie with Jericho.
I didn't say anything about movies. I said TV.
Yeah. Dancing with the Stars. Ooh. Oh, look. Hey. And didn't he get eliminated like the first week of the show?
At least he made it onto the show.
Oh.
Where was Rob Van Dam? Smoking doobs.
Yeah, I would rather smoke than dance with the stars or whatever the hell he did.
You can smoke doobs anytime. You can't always dance with these stars.
Oh wait, wasn't he singing with the stars? I don't know.
I don't think he was singing. It was just
you don't even know for sure.
No, he was dancing with the stars.
Yeah.
I watched him.
Oh,
good for you. Support Canadians, man. Chris Jericho, Winnipeg.
Yeah, but you gotta support the grassroots too. And the ECW, that's where RVD really became famous. Where Jericho was pretty much a footnote in ECW.
That's because Paul Heyman shoved his dick up RVD's ass to push him to the top.
Could you even say that right? No. And besides, how can you argue with RVD's skills, his high flying ability, the ability to do different moves?
Jericho can fly.
not as high as RVD. Nobody
Not
gets as high as RVD.
Yeah, maybe Jeff Hardy, but that's about it.
Yeah, and people go nuts for RVD still, you know. They'll still chant RVD, RVD. Well, you barely get anything.
That's because they're still saying it from back when he was in ECW. Because when you're watching RVD wrestle, you can only think of 3 letters. Like that's their brain capacity for RVD fans.
Oh, so you're insulting wrestling fans, hardcore wrestling fans that love that style. That's like an insult to wrestlers.
Is he doing any hardcore wrestling right now?
Of course he is. When he ever gets it, like in a big match or something, like Lockdown or...
Who'd he fight?
He fights guys like Jerry Lynn all the time, and he actually had he had a great fight with Jerry Lynn recently. You know, Jerry Lynn's pretty much close to retirement, and he had a great fight with him. I remember RVD took a nasty shot with a chair where Jerry Lynn actually flipped him over. He landed on the chair very awkwardly, and it was such an incredible move. It's still amazing to see, even though RVD is 40 years old now, he can still actively compete in an amazing hardcore style like that.
Well, Chris Jericho's 42. He can still get a job done.
Oh, yeah. His run this year was pretty much forgettable. He didn't win the Rumble. He didn't win the title.
Hey, he came close to winning the Rumble. He lost to Sheamus, which is a lot further than what RVD could have ever done.
Let's see. Didn't RVD actually win Money in the Bank challenge? Well, Chris Jericho, he came up with the idea, but he never won.
ECW One Night Stand pay-per-view. Of course they're going to let RVD win.
Yeah, because RVD was a very big name back then.
And Jericho wasn't?
Jericho was barely, I don't know, footnote in ECW.
No, you were talking about Money in the Bank. Don't go back to ECW. You were talking about Money in the Bank and RVD winning it. And I said, yeah, they were hyping it up because they were having an ECW One Night Stand pay-per-view where he beat John Cena. But if Jericho was known in ECW as much as RVD, I'm sure Jericho would have won it instead of RVD.
If he was well known, but of course he wasn't well known in ECW.
And how well did RVD last in WCW? You failed to mention that.
Oh, is Robbie V?
Yeah.
He's got a foot in his door, and he won a few matches on various...
But he wasn't as high on the card as Jericho was.
No, that was mostly because of politics and everything. And he went over to ECW where he was a better fit. Yeah, it sucks that these wrestlers, I didn't think, got the respect that they deserve. Even though I think RVD is better, I like his style a bit more. He's more active in the ring. You can see, I don't know, more top rope maneuvers where Jericho is more like a ground-based wrestler. And I just love the hardcore style of RVD. The way he, you know, somebody will hold up a chair and hits him right in the head. That's so unique, so stylish, so cool. It just brings more engaging element to the wrestling match. Yeah, you might see something different in RVD match where Chris Jericho, I don't know, it just feels like he goes through the motions and you still see all the typical wrestling moves. Like, what's his big finisher? The Walls of Jericho?
Code Breaker? Okay, that Code Breaker off the ladder that he did, I think it was against Carlito or something. A few years obviously ago. That was pretty cool.
There's such basic wrestling moves, though. I don't know.
Nobody can do a somersault and then jump in the air and then tumble on somebody.
Well, nobody can do like RVD, that's for sure. Name a wrestler that can do that.
All the wrestlers could, they just choose not to.
I doubt it.
That's part of their training, is to see what they can do in the ring. You're saying Mysterio couldn't do that?
You never see him do it because it's a very difficult move.
You never see anybody else do a 619 either, so you can't really. Your point is trash.
My point is trash because I don't think anybody else can do it because it's a very difficult move to pull off.
That's like saying nobody else can do a choke slam.
Anybody can do a choke slam.
Exactly.
You just have to be big, but nobody else.
Hurricane was doing the choke slam. Okay, we're getting off topic here.
It's a very difficult move to pull off, and I don't think Jason grasped that. But it's okay. He's a bit of an amateur.
And you're not. Anyways, enough of this topic. I still say Chris Jericho's better. You saying that RVD's better. Leave your comments in the video
420,
below.
baby.
Yeah, whatever. Y2J, Canadian. Come on.
RVD.
Y2J.
Yeah. The whole effing show. Okay, so, if you disagree with me, you disagree with Jay, just leave a comment down below, type it down.
Who do you think's better?
Yeah, just let us know if we're both off our rockers, or, yeah, just let us know in the comments below. Oh, come on. Who are you going to believe?
Y2J.
You see, easy, you can get the thumbs up, like RVD. See, so you're conceding.
No. Anyways, leave your votes down below. And maybe we'll do humiliation for you.
Okay.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Whoever gets the most votes and all that, gets to win, and the loser gets to do humiliation or something like that.
And speaking of losers, Rob Van Dam is in TNA.
And RVD, yeah, he's the current champion and all. But what's Chris Jericho doing?
Current champion.
Oh, he's 200 pounds. Oh, I'm a singer.
So at least he's spreading. Well, he's more talented, obviously. He can do other stuff. If RVD wasn't wrestling, what would he be doing?
Oh.
That's it. That's all he's got.
He'll be starting in comic books. Did you know he has his own comic book?
What's it called?
Or his own comic book companies?
420.
He has his own store.
Okay, this is conversation over.
Oh.
No, you should have mentioned this when we were still debating.
Oh, you just brought it up again. I thought we were all close, but then you had to bring up, Chris Jericho's way better.
He's in the big time.
He's not even wrestling right now.
He's coming back. He's not retiring.
Yeah, and you say TNA is crap, but yeah, he's the current exhibition champion there right now.
Which is current to the Cruiserweight title that WWF had?
Yeah, and you're saying that because Chris Jericho was once a cruiserweight. Oh, who cares about that?
Well, Chris Jericho's had more titles than RVD has.
How do you know that?
Do the math.
Oh, you don't have all your evidence with you.
Where's your evidence? That he's not more world champion on more than one occasion. Intercontinental champion, like what, a 10-time Intercontinental champion?
Oh yeah, and RVD hasn't been. You think about all.
RVD hasn't even won 10 titles in his career.
Bullshit.
How many TNA titles has he won?
Okay, he was the world champion, of course.
One.
Okay.
Only once world champion?
Only once in TNA. He's also current X Division champion. And ECW, he was the television champion, world champion, also tag team champion.
That's 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5
he
more
was also a Money in the Bank winner.
That's not a championship.
Okay. But you also
See, you admitted it.
Oh, come on. He only because you're Chris Jericho hasn't won it. Okay.
Not everybody can win Money in the Bank.
Intercontinental champion.
Okay, so that's 6.
Multiple time hardcore champion.
How many times?
Probably at least 7 times.
In WWE?
Yes.
Okay. So that's 7, so that's like what, 11, 12?
Yeah, that's like 12.
Okay.
Yeah, did we mention ECW?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, both television and
you
world
mentioned
champion.
the ECW titles already.
Okay. He's multiple time tag team champion, Booker T, Kane.
So that's 2 more titles?
Yeah. And
that's it.
Oh, come on. That's a lot.
Chris Jericho's a 10-time Intercontinental champion. He's had a belt 10 times.
And he lost it 10 times.
So?
That's disgraceful.
Well, your guy lost as many times as Jericho has. 10-time IC champion. He's been world champion more than one occasion. He's been cruiserweight, or not cruiserweight, what was it, European. He won it from Kurt Angle against...
yeah, and he had it for 1 day.
So, title's a title, dude. Anyway, Chris Jericho has sideboard belts. We've just proved it here.
Oh. Well, we still had to calculate all the wins that, I don't know, RVD had with the Hardcore Championship, which could easily be like in the 20s or even 30s.
Who's talking about wins? We're talking about title reigns.
Yeah, and RVD has had a lot of title reigns too.
Not as much as Chris Jericho. We've already discussed this.
Yeah, and
Can we end this now?
Well, you keep on bringing it up.
Okay, so leave your comments down below for the 3rd or 4th time in this conversation, and on who's better, RVD or Chris Jericho.
Yeah, RVD. Come on, whenever you do the thumbs up, you're voting for RVD.
No, for sure.
Okay, we'll end it now. Okay, vote below, and yeah, tell us what you think.
Thanks for watching.
Okay.